लोग हमारे तरफ से एक प्यार भरा नमस्ते, नमस्कारा, वणक्कम, खुशामदीद, सत श्री अकाल, मी कंदरिकी वंदनमो, जय स्वामी नारायण, जय श्री कृष्णा, जय जनेन्द्रा। हमारे सारे इस्माइली भाई बंधु बनेंगे याली मदद एंड मोराली मदद जन। हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारे में से फालतू बाबा एंड थोड़ी देर में फालतू शामिल हो जाएगी बल्कि हमारे साथ में। तो मीनवाइल आपको बोल दे कि व्हाई डोंट वी go ahead and give you the traffic update as what's happening in and around the world. But no, actually mostly traffic update only in the Bay Area. But just here you go. This is your Raste Ka Haal Saste Mein.
It's time for the Bandu Traffic Update. Call us from wherever you are at 408-912-2479.
That's up, wherever you are, give us a call right here and tell us what's happening on the roads. And Faltani, good morning to you. Kaisi hai?
Good morning. Awesome.
Oh, Faltani, you must see the roads. Roads also are pretty much awesome.
Why, there's no traffic?
No, I get to report a few things.
Oh.
What? Sometimes,
You're so mean.
What?
You think reporting on stuff that's happening on the roads, accidents,
Dude,
is
expect
awesome.
delays because of a severe traffic accident on 680 southbound. I feel important in the morning when I give traffic into the Bandus Faltani. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because other times you're like, yeah, everything is awesome.
Only during COVID shelter in place, Badhujan. Shelter in place आज है day number 36 and of course हमारे उम्मीद भाई के लिए 37 रहेगा मेरे ख्याल से. But anyway, Badhujan, this is what we tell you. This is watch out for this particular delay on our 680 southbound near Sunol Road actually, Badhujan. Of course, down south, very close to on 680 itself, there's a fire at the Berriesa Road. Watch out for that. The lanes are affected because of the fire. Watch out, drive very carefully. And some, I saw another alert somewhere here. Okay, but so far, Banjan, there's two of these things which I want you guys to keep track of. And drive very carefully and safely, Banjan. Yes, it is COVID-19 shelter in place mode only if you really need to. Otherwise, you don't have to. Right, Faltani?
Yes.
Yeah. And of course, Banjan, abhi ke liye, aapke liye, we got to get into our... what do you call it? Agane Akita for today. And Agane Akita is actually from a movie from the yesteryears.
Oh, really?
No, it's not. It was a decent movie, actually. It actually has Saif Ali Khan, Deepika Padukone, and Diana Pante.
Pante nahi, Penti.
Whatever her name is.
It's all
Suniega
like
Baljan, Penti ka Suniega Gana. From the movie Cocktail. Yeah, in the morning you're wondering cocktail? No. Message is very nice, Baljan, because tumhi din chade tumi din dhale. You're our bandhus morning and evening, Baljan. So here you go. Enjoy the song dedicated to all you lovely bandhus out there.
इश्क
Father Bajad, as told you, this is a song for the movie Cocktail. And yes, welcome and good morning to all the people actually on Facebook right now. Shri, Tapa, Biswas, Bashir, everybody out there. Welcome. Good morning to you guys. I hope you're staying safe and healthy on this shelter and place time. And yes, very true. He says shelter and place time pe every day cocktail is
Who's saying every day is cocktail?
Biswas. Well, okay, but go check it out on our Facebook page. Oh,
Well,
you
what?
guys didn't know about that. We actually are live on Facebook as well. So not only are we a particular radio show which actually goes on radio. So with the Trailblazers Radio, but I'm not kidding. Go check it out. We actually have. We came in existence 2009. Oh my God, Fatu, 11 years, Fatu.
I know, Alto Baba.
I'm a big boy now. But anyway, the point is, we are the first people who actually started off something called live radio.
Right.
Go check it out for sure. And we used to be on a different platform at the time called Periscope. But now we're on Facebook. Facebook Live, you can go check it out on facebook.com/Radio Day36.
Well, let's actually go ahead and take credit for it.
Take it.
Even before Facebook launched Facebook Live,
Yeah.
we were live on. I mean, of course, we were always alive in Kickin.
Yeah.
And we were always making things come alive.
So we had a video element going for all our shows. And this time now it's actually a total video element on radio.
Right.
We also have a YouTube channel called Radio D40s. Go check it out. There's some nice fun stuff going on there pretty soon.
Right.
And also there's going to be things coming up on Facebook Live as well for you guys to go check out. And as you know, Good Morning Babe, we actually come with you guys with some entertainment, some banter, some talk, some news, reviews and everything. Somebody's saying...
Sri Tapa is saying that keep up your cute dance moves.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh God, Sri Tapa, all you needed to do was just that. Well, Alto Baba, people have been messaging me, asking me did you end your horror story?
I
Oh,
have...
no.
Oh, Padhujan is actually coming, Fadhwani. It actually is in the production part of it.
You want to tell people about that?
There's a horror story going on, Padhujan. It's called the 1 Minute Horror Story. And it's really horrible.
Horrible or horror?
Horrific. It is horrific. Go check it out on Instagram for sure. Yes, Instagram became Instagram. Moment we get onto it. So Instagram right now. Go check out Instagram. And let me tell you, Fadhwani, I have to just... Wow, I was going to lead into the next thing, Fadhwani. What do you, man? You, seriously.
Okay.
But right now it's time for us to go and check out what's happening with the news around the world. And for that, Banjan, we're going to go into our news updates. And let me tell you, all the news we share with you guys on air actually gets, updated on our news blog called Media Mahima. How do you do that? How do you check out more information about that? Go to MediaMahima.com. You can find the links out there for you guys to catch up on the stories out there. So right now, Bajan, it's time for us to go into our news updates.
Well, Bajan, let's tell you that today is Earth Day, and some people were actually reminded of that, especially in LA, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were reminded of that because there was an earthquake early in the morning to say that, hey, don't get so caught up in the COVID.
It was dumb. Luckily, it was actually a 3 point something magnitude earthquake, actually.
Yeah.
Not many casualties, right?
No casualties, but people did feel the rattling and the shaking and everything that was happening. So, that's something to keep in mind. And if you're wondering, I think we're already doing a great service right now by not polluting the environment too much. And also, if you are somebody who has been, who has a green thumb and things like that, right? Many people are now exploring the option of gardening and things like that. Many of our bandhus are doing that with the jan. Actually, we should ask them to we'll get some of them on air to talk a little bit about what kind of home gardening. I saw people like it would be an excuse for us to get some of their produce that they give us. They're bounties and bounties of stuff.
There had to be something fun that he was actually playing on there.
Oh my God! I saw somebody who had this. We call it custard apple in India. And this bandhu had posted like Sita, so many. Oh my God! It's been years since I've had something like that.
Yeah, but Sitapal over here has got a different name to it.
What's it called?
Sita Ambe Kuchamani,
Whatever. Anyway, let's go on over and let's talk a little bit about the COVID virus
Please,
situation.
I really want to know more about that.
Well, one breaking news headline, Jan, is that the first U.S. COVID-19 death, the first known U.S. COVID-19 death, apparently happened weeks earlier than previously thought. A post-mortem test is revealing. That's right, Jan. A person died at home apparently. criteria set by the CDC at the time restricted testing only to individuals with a known travel history and who sought medical care for specific symptoms. The Bay Area County, which had previously reported its first COVID-19 death on March 9th, says it will likely identify more coronavirus deaths as its investigation continues. Now, just think a little bit about it. Remember we talked about how there was a study going on whether COVID made its entry into the Bay Area, into California, way back in the fall of 2019. There's so many people. There were over 90,000 visitors or people who came back who traveled from Asia, from China basically, during that time. And many people became, the flu season came a little earlier, right? So most people were feeling miserably ill. They had a severe cough. They could have been COVID positive and not realized at that time that they were COVID positive, right? So you can actually wait for more updates on the story, but Jen, we will share that. This is a breaking NPR news exclusive that just came out. And if you want to catch up on this story, I will share the link on mediamahima.com. Let's go on over and talk about what is happening in Japan. There's an interesting thing that's happening. There's a mythical Amabi, apparently, from 19th century folklore, which is coming out to fight COVID-19. Stop the infection from spreading. The words appear to come straight from the beak of a creature with a bird's head, human hair, and a fishy, scaly body. In a recent public service announcement from Japan's health ministry, in the fight against COVID-19, a sea monster that has emerged from the 19th century Japanese folklore in countless new iterations, from art to food to fashion, as a symbol of hope, an internet meme and pop culture mascot. Wow, they brought back something from the past. It's almost like saying Arvaraha Avatara coming out and saying that, fight COVID-19.
Oh,
right?
really?
It's almost like that. So its name is Amabi.
Hey, wait, it's telling you what it is.
Huh?
It's telling you what it is already.
It's not saying Amabi. Oh God, it's Amabi.
It's the same thing. I'm a bee.
Oh,
I'm a
okay,
bee late.
whatever.
I'm a bee on time. I'm a bee at lunch. Like that,
I'm gonna be really mad at you now. God,
I'm
messing
a
up.
bee leaving the studio right now.
Okay. Coronavirus outbreak, another coronavirus outbreak could come later this year, and it could be worse than what we are now experiencing, Marjan. That's the ominous prediction made by Dr. Robert Redfield, director of the CDC, who said a winter outbreak could dovetail with flu season, causing a double threat that could completely overwhelm the healthcare systems again. The director of South Korea CDC also had similar concerns. She says she's worried a second wave of the pandemic in her country, if vaccines or herd immunity isn't reached, may just happen. Meanwhile, China is contending with an uptick in cases in some regions. The city of Harbin, home to more than 10 million people, has been banned from holding public gatherings. And in the US, Missouri is suing the Chinese government and other top institutions, saying that they didn't do enough to stem the spread of the disease. Let's also tell you another great news that came out. Congress has reached a deal on a fourth coronavirus spending bill. The $480 billion package contains $310 billion in additional funds for the Paycheck Protection Program, which provides loans for businesses affected by the coronavirus lockdowns. Yay, I'll do.
Yeah.
Businesses affected by coronavirus lockdowns. The last round of funds for the program was quickly depleted, and with a sizable backlog of loan applications, experts predict that the next injection of money could be used up in as few as just 10 days. Another $75 billion in the package will go towards reimbursing healthcare workers and the hospitals for coronavirus-related expenses, like additional PPE, that's personal protective equipment, and expanded hospital bed capacities. The bill also provides an additional $25 billion to expand coronavirus testing nationwide. And you remember that magical cure that President Trump gave out?
Yeah.
Hydroxychloroquine.
Chloroquine, yeah. Something. Hydroxy, which India is exporting, right?
Chloroquine. They stopped it, by the way.
What?
Yeah. The drug touted by President Trump as a positive coronavirus treatment may not be all that it's cracked up to be. A new study of hundreds of COVID patients found those who took the drug were no less likely to need ventilators and actually had a higher rate of death. The study has not been peer-reviewed. A National Institute of Health panel published new guidelines that specifically warn doctors against using the medicine with another drug to treat coronavirus patients, saying there isn't enough published evidence about its
It is a
effectiveness.
deep state doing. I'm sorry.
What?
It's a deep state.
What do you mean by deep state doing?
Deep state is saying that it's not working. But I think our supreme leader is actually right.
Oh God. Okay.
Don't worry, he'll come with something more interesting. He probably will say boil ginger and fennel seeds in the morning and drink it in the morning. That probably might work also.
Yeah. Okay, fine, Alto Baba. Another one bites the dust. Supreme leader, it seems. God.
What?
You've bought into the propaganda.
Oh.
Anyway, President Trump is expanding on his pledge to halt immigration to the U.S. in response to the coronavirus crisis. He now says his forthcoming executive order will last 60 days and will only apply to people seeking green cards. An administration official said the order only addresses green cards because dealing with temporary work visa restrictions could be far more complicated, and many of these people who are currently in the US on work visas are working in industries like food processing and healthcare, which are directly related to the pandemic. And Trump says he'll probably sign the order today, and it could be reviewed after the 60-day period.
Oh, okay.
One big news item, dude. Everybody who's an Apple aficionado, this is important for you.
What?
Yes, Apple Inc. is planning to fix a flaw
Yeah?
that a security firm said may have left more than 500 million iPhones
Uh-huh.
vulnerable to hackers.
Is this why I'm not having money in my bank account, Faltwani? Probably, right?
I don't know, Alto Baba.
What?
A flaw in iPhones and iPads may
Yeah.
have allowed hackers to steal data for years.
Uh-huh.
The bug, which also exists on iPads, was discovered by Zook Abraham, chief executive of a San Francisco-based mobile security forensics company, ZecOps, and while investigating a sophisticated cyber attack against a client in late 2019.
My goodness.
Yeah, Abraham said he found evidence the vulnerability was exploited in at least 6 cybersecurity break-ins. An Apple spokesman acknowledged that a vulnerability exists in Apple's software for email on iPhones and iPads, known as the Mail app,
Yeah.
and that the company had developed a fix which will be rolled out in a forthcoming update on millions of devices that it has sold globally.
Faltwani, I'm telling you, that's the reason I don't have money in the bank account. But then, of course, it can't be true for everybody, but of course for me, it might be true.
Oh God.
Why?
Alto Baba?
I don't have money for quite a few years, actually.
That's okay. Go ahead and apply for whatever that relief package is that has just come out. What do you call that? Small business, the payroll protection plan.
That's only for small businesses.
Yeah.
I'm an independent contractor.
Gig workers also can take advantage of it. Oh God, you don't read our own news
That's
stories.
okay, Faltwani. Let's continue further. What else is there?
Okay,
to
Apple
disturb our
Apple
peace
has
of mind?
currently declined to comment on Abraham's research, which was
What?
published on Wednesday,
Uh-huh.
that suggests that the flaw could be triggered from afar, from somewhere else in the world, and that it had already been exploited by hackers against high-profile users.
So what what they're saying? Really seriously, Apple? What are you talking about?
They're saying that it's a malicious program that.
But don't worry, Apple. I'll tell you one thing. People who actually going to buy the next release of Apple are sitting right next to me. So they will make your company famous anyways. They're going to buy the next product. Faltwani? I know you're waiting.
No,
in line.
I don't have to, Alto Baba.
Only
No.
thing what's going on in Faltu's mind is like, oh wow, good. So I can be first in line.
Oh, shut up. That's so terrible. Anyway, but I'm really shocked because people who use the Mail app extensively on the iPad,
Yeah.
luckily I don't,
Neither do
but
I.
on the iPhones,
Hey, well, actually, no.
well,
yeah,
a lot
I
of
do.
us use the Mail app.
We do use the Mail app.
Yeah, we do on the iPhone.
Oh my God! Even our company server actually has got the Mail app.
We don't need to give out all the information.
Oh,
Alto
okay, fine.
Baba.
Yeah.
That's
We don't-
right.
Oh no, please, backspace.
Yeah, but Apple has developed the fix, okay? They're already doing it. So,
What's the point? All the money is gone right now.
well, let's also tell you that was one security concern that you had. Another security concern that people had was with Zoom, right? whether Zoom is safe and, what's happening with people breaking in and, jumping into sessions when a meeting is going on kind of thing,
It
right?
never happened to me. I don't know why people are.
Knock on wood. That's because we practice the right protocol. Where our meetings, we've always been pretty restrictive in terms of allowing the number of people who join the meeting.
Yeah,
and
I
stuff.
follow the super leader that way.
Yeah.
We build walls.
No, it's not true, Banjan. We just screen before we allow people in.
That's true. Fine, go ahead. What is?
Well, Zoom is saying that it was upgrading the encryption features on its video conferencing app to better safeguard meeting data and offer protection against tampering.
Okay.
The new version of the app, Zoom 5.0, will release within the week, the company said in a statement. Zoom, which has soared to 200 million daily users from 10 million in less than 3 months, has faced backlash after security researchers found bugs in its codes and the company failing to disclose that its service was not end-to-end encrypted. The app's issues, including Zoom bombing incidents where uninvited guests crash meetings, led to several companies, schools and governments to stop using this particular platform. The company, which competes with Microsoft Teams and Cisco's WebEx, has responded by plugging the gaps in security, launching a 90-day plan to improve the app and appointing former Facebook security chief Alex Stamos as an advisor. So if you want to catch up on this, Banjan, you can go to mediamahima.com. They are saying that they've made several changes to its user interface, including offering password protection and giving more controls to meeting hosts to check unruly participants. So again, their shares went up this morning, almost about 3%, and was trading at actually at 147.35 in early trading this morning. Speaking of trading, let's tell you that stimulus hopes are doing a pretty good thing for Wall Street, because Wall Street's main indices rose Wednesday on signs of more stimulus to aid small businesses in riding out the coronavirus-induced economic slump and a recovery in oil prices. U.S. crude and benchmark Brent prices edged higher after a collapse in the past 2 days, sending the S&P 500 energy index up about 2.8%. And all the 11 major S&P 500 sector indices were trading higher as well, as the U.S. Senate approved the relief package of $484 billion, as I shared previously. In terms of numbers, some of the stocks that were doing really well were Chipotle Mexican Grill, which they chalked up 8.7% after they reported soaring digital and home delivery sales, and also said that they had enough cash and liquidity throughout to last through next year. Texas Instruments rose 3.5% as the chip industry bellwether reported better than expected first quarter results, and a strong inventory allowed for it to be prepared for disruptions caused by the pandemic. Netflix has more than doubled its own projections for new customers in the first quarter. However, shares fell 3.6%. As of 10:16 a.m. Eastern Time, the Dow Jones was up 343 points at 23,362. S&P 500 was up about 42 points at 2,778, and the Nasdaq Composite Index was up 150 points at 8,413. Well, that's all we have time for on this morning's Good Morning Babe and Jan. We hope that you have a wonderful Wednesday. We'll see you tonight live at 5 with another wonderful edition of the Pam Pam Show.